Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman. They still won't put more information on the front. This is from The Dark Knight Returns. That's this Batman. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but this figure is mostly a repaint. There's some new stuff, though, which actually makes it significantly better than before. Did they finally make a good fat Batman figure? Kind of. Let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is your standard packaging, nothing remarkable at all there, other than some artwork which shows us what he should look like. Let's do a quick question of the day. Is this Bat logo right? Maybe it is. I'm not the most familiar with the artwork from this this run, but I always thought it was just the regular Bat symbol when he had the yellow oval. I don't remember ever seeing it like this. Maybe it's a specific thing. This is kind of in between on the photo, but given that there's a little bit of flip up there at the top, I think it's supposed to be the regular Bat symbol, not the fat one. So let me know if I'm right or wrong about that, if the figure is right or wrong. But also the color scheme, he should be darker gray and darker blue, but whatever. Okay, there's the packaging. This guy is not in stock at Big Bad Toy Store at the time of filming, but he may end up coming back, so I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check for that. He stands roughly, let's say 18.7 centimeters to the top of the head, not counting the ears. That's going to make him about 7 3/8, give or take. Much larger than Darwin because he's a different scale. Now, this guy reuses most of his parts. However, he does have a new chest. At least, I didn't check all the other parts, but the chest is the most important one. And we have, obviously, the new cowl and cape, which makes this figure significantly better than before. Before, he had kind of a weird sculpt where it just was not correct human anatomy for the upper torso. The repaints did solve a little bit of that just by making it look better, even though the anatomy was off. Now this one just has a brand new chest, which looks so much better, and I'm surprised they did it. I guess I didn't have a choice because of the old inlay Bat logo. But this one, it's not a perfect figure still. It still kind of has a weird look, but given the source material, I think this is perfectly acceptable. Much better looking, much better shape to the chest. The pecs are lower, much nicer. We do still have the metallic Barbie cape, which is really unfortunate. Wish they would stop doing that. And no paint really anywhere other than where it's absolutely necessary. But at least the colors are fairly consistent, I'll give them that. The painted logo is clean on the chest. The painted face, the skin tone is really yellow. And the eyes on this side, I guess I would say the eye is good. On this side, they totally messed mine up, so I'm trying to get that replaced. We'll see. But yeah, he looks decent, and I like the way the cape, like, it doesn't sit properly in here, so you can see that little hole a little bit. But the cape actually comes forward enough to go over his shoulders just enough that it looks kind of cool. Like, I like that, but the cape is still this crappy material with not enough wire in it, so you'll have to mess with that. But it is a not bad version of this figure from McFarlane Toys to go out with. I will take it, especially with that new chest. So aesthetically, I'm pretty happy despite the lack of paint and everything. In terms of upgrading the old mold in the cheapest way possible, it is not bad. Not a great figure, let me be clear. But for this, if you were trying to round out your McFarlane collection, easy pickup, I think. So I would go 8 out of 10. Definitely could use more paint and cleaner paint, but not bad. As far as accessories go, they actually gave us a better spread of hands than we normally see, so that's nice. You get 2 fist hands, 2 grippy hands, the clenchy hand, and the iconic cover shot pose hand. So I think that's a cover shot anyway. Anyways, very nice spread of hands for this guy. Still the crappy roped Batarang, but it's like you can pose him with it, so that's fine. And then you get the card, which demonstrates the errors of the figure, and the display stand. So nothing impressive other than the number of hands for a McFarlane figure, but I'll take it. That's fine. I'll go 7 out of 10. And now for the articulation, let's see if he can actually pose in any way that makes him worthwhile. The wire in his cape does work, which is nice. I'm so glad it's not just a drapey Barbie cape. Those don't work well. You can see, even with the wire, this kind of material sucks. You need more wire. Alright, so the head does move around pretty nicely on top of that neck, thanks to ball pegs. Ball pegs are the way to go. That's pretty good. The arms move around in the socket pretty well. Nothing crazy, but it works. You can raise the arm up better than horizontal. You're going to get your full rotation. No bicep swivel up here, but you do get the single jointed elbow down here, which isn't the worst. You get a little bit better than 90. And it does rotate down there. So, yeah, it's not ideal, but it's okay. It's all right. We're not trying to set any records here at the end of this McFarlane run. He's not going to go out with a bang. Doesn't seem like it anyway. Ball hinge wrist, those are fine. Can he lean forward? No. 0 leaning forward. A little bit leaning back. Side to side is a little bit, but it's mostly just wobble, and then rotation is there. Is there rotation down here? There should be. Ugh, it doesn't want to go. I'm afraid I'm going to break that. This should have more range and stuff, but it is entirely stuck. It should be able to lean and rotate and everything at the bottom of the abdomen, but I can't do it. The belt is apparently glued on. Hips, they don't go out to the side all the way, but it's okay. For Fat Batman, I could probably excuse it. Limited range going forward as well. Yeah, we're not getting a ton of range out of this guy. Thigh swivel actually works better than normal up at the top and at the actual swivel, so there's that. Double jointed knees with the knee plastic not matching exactly. It's pretty decent. Decent enough range. Proportioning is okay. And then the ankles, heavily ratcheted as we're used to, which is not ideal, but you do get the range out of it. If you can find a sweet spot, you'll be okay. And then the toe hinge is actually not terribly placed. It's not the best sculpt, but it's well placed and it's fairly firm. So not bad. I'll go 7 out of 10 for his articulation. It could be a whole lot worse. Whole lot worse. So yeah, that's alright. And then let's do a cake rating. Whoa! This is the kind of cake that started the whole cake rating thing in the first place. What is going on with that crevasse? That is... What is going on here? Did he used to have his cape pegged in there? No, this is a new chest. What is that? That's weird. Did they use this chest for something else? I don't know. Maybe you guys know. I don't buy a lot of the McFarlane figures, just mostly the Batmans. But let me know if you know what that's about. But yeah, look at that butt crack. That's why we have cake ratings for McFarlane DC figures, because they sculpt weird butts. Okay, time for a final rating on this guy. Is it a good figure? Not particularly. Is it a really fun addition to the McFarlane Batman collection? I think so. I love the overall silhouette. I love that the cape sits forward enough that I can get some decent poses done. He has a decent look to his body now. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's not a particularly good figure, but for McFarlane Toys, I'll give it an overall rating of 8 out of 10. I think you'll enjoy it if you're collecting this line. If you're not collecting this line, unless you really, really want a figure that looks like this, just skip it. You know, the whole line is not particularly good. But for those in the line and still interested in buying these, it's perfectly fine to add to your collection. So I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And that's it. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.